Hey guys, welcome back. Bill here. Hope you're having a good day. This is the Kagwerks extended and raised slide release. I call it a slide stop, they call it a slide release. But what this does, this product is made for people like me who have a high support hand grip, and we hold down the slide stop so that we don't get slide locked back on that last round. So this is an excellent product. I'm gonna give you a tabletop review, show you some range footage, and then go over my experience with this product. So stay tuned. Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, so what you're looking at here is the Kagwerks. They call it an extended and raised slide release. I personally call this a slide stop, but you know, it's a slide stop, slide release, right? So this one is the Gen 3, Gen 4 version. As of right now, you can purchase this particular one. I had originally purchased it for my Shadow Systems DR920 because they use Glock parts. You can use this for the Shadow Systems DR, MR, and XR 920. And they have some different variations like the DR920L now and the MR920L. But, right, they work with them. If it's a Glock double stack model, if it shoots double stack magazines, it'll run with them. So the first one that I got was not this one. The first one I got, it was causing lockback with rounds still in the magazine. Now with Kagwerks, I contacted them. I actually contacted two different people, and I'm telling you this because it might affect, this might cause you, if you're gonna purchase one, I'm wanting you to know ahead of time that your first one might not work. This one caused lockback with rounds still left in the magazine. Now, the first person I contacted, he didn't contact me back right away, so then I contacted somebody else. Then the first guy contacted me and said, hey, send it in, we'll get you fixed. I told him what was going on, told him that I had another one, an OEM, that I put back in, and it worked fine, and that this one was causing lockback. The second guy I contacted, when he contacted me back, he asked for pictures of the part. The first guy did not, the second guy did. I told the second guy that I'd been talking to, I wanna say the guy's name was Christian, and that he told me he already sent me a shipping label. He said, oh, he's taking care of you, that's fine, no problem. But if you purchase one and it is not working, I would probably film, in hindsight, I would probably film me shooting it and film the issues, and then I would probably take pictures of it in hindsight. Now, I didn't know that going into it, so I'm just letting you guys know in case you want to purchase one. The second one that I got, though, has worked beautifully. So this one is the second one, and it works fantastic. All right, I put it on. I'm no longer shooting the DR920 regularly like I am this. This is my carry when I'm not carrying my Glock 17. So this is like my deep concealment type concealed carry gun. So I put this one on there because I am shooting this more than the DR920. So it's gone on. As you can see, it does cause marring, all right? I bet I put 200 rounds through this gun. And if you can see that, it is causing some marring, all right? So does that bother me? Not at all. I guarantee you 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 rounds, that's gonna be noticeable, much more noticeable, and it's probably gonna be into that frame right there a lot more. So for me, that might be an issue because I sweat profusely in the summertime especially. That could cause rusting. So if you're somebody like me that shoots a lot, that's just something to consider because that is something that you're gonna have to deal with eventually. Here is the Gen 5 one. At the time of filming this video, you cannot purchase this one. It is out of stock. I was lucky enough that I have a buddy who had an extra. He has two. He told me I could use this one until I was able to get one from the website. So again, I've put, I wanna say 150 rounds through this. In fact, I'm certain it's 150, well, probably a little bit more than 150, but I'm estimating 150 rounds on this slide stop. And once again, you can see that there is some marring right here. All right, this is holster wear and some holster wear from the front, but you can see, I mean, there's definitely some marring right there. Let me see if I can get this light on a little bit better. There's definitely some light or some marring going on right there. All right, so this Gen 5 one, my buddy told me it worked perfectly. work perfectly out of the box. When he purchased it, he's actually got 2 of them, like I said, that work perfectly. So he gave me this one. I did run it, and I've got some footage of me running it that I will put in after this. So stay tuned for that if you want to see it in action. But guys, if you are someone like me who uses a high support hand grip and you are consistently holding down that slide stop or slide release, depending on what you call it. I call it a slide stop. So if you are continuously pinning that slide stop, you can use one of these, assuming it's a Glock pattern, part that your gun uses. So obviously I'm running a stock Gen 5 Glock. I say stock and I've got an aftermarket trigger, but you get my point. All right, it is a Glock 17. So I used to not care that I had a high support hand and that it was not causing lockback on the last round. All right, but I have been doing more and more reload drills because of some of the classes that I'm running out of Georgia Firing Line. We are tested on our, the Core 4, for example, we are tested on a draw, shoot 2, reload, shoot 2, and then we're getting a ranking based on that. So I'm doing a lot more reload drills, all right? Number 1, if you are not used to this, normally I'm going here, so as I drop the magazine, my finger goes here to hit the slide lock. Well, that's not there anymore. It's like oddly high. So you'll want to make sure you practice with this actually actuating that slide release, because it is a little bit more odd than what you might normally use. Now, I don't, it's a training issue, right? You just train with it. I don't really care how high it is. The fact that I can use this saves me so much time. Plus, if you are not used to having the slide not lock back on the last round, then you don't know this. But for those of us with a high support hand and we pin that slide lock, what happens is you get a click no bang, and then just out of habit you tap and then come over the top and rack, and then you see, oh wait, there's an empty mag in there, and then you do a magazine switch or a magazine change. All right, so that just is a complete waste of 2 and 3 seconds. So now to get a slide lock, I immediately know that I'm on slide lock. I switch out the magazines, do a reload, drop the slide, and I'm ready to go again. So I am now doing substantially faster magazine changes, and that for me is well worth the cost of this, which was like $50 or $55. So if you are someone whose high support hand is causing the slide to not lock back on the last round, you definitely should look into one of these and understand when you buy it that most likely it's going to work out of the box, but it might not. And if that's the case, you'll want to take pictures, maybe even video footage of that happening. Guys, stay tuned. We got the range footage coming up after this. So we're out here. We're going to just make sure that this functions correctly. It is my buddy's, and he already told me that it functions correctly, but I'm just going to confirm and then run some drills. So we'll come out of the holster. I'm actually going to reload 2 more. So we'll do this probably 3, maybe 4 times. Just confirm that it functions correctly. And then I want to use a full mag. So everything checks out. I would do that one more time, but it feels pretty good. Now I want to check it with a full magazine. The Gen 4 part that I had that I put in my DR920 and then moved it to my MR920 after I got a new one. It was causing lock back with magazine still in the, or with rounds still in the magazine. So I'm gonna put a full magazine in there, shoot a full magazine, make sure that that's not an issue, and then I feel pretty confident because my buddy, like I said, this one belonged to my buddy. You can't find them right now, so you know, I'm lucky that I've got a friend that had an extra one, essentially is what that was. These do cause marring to the slide. I'm not worried about that. I plan on running a new gun next year, so I'm not worried about it. If it was really bad, I would probably not use it, but I'm not, you know, it does cause marring. I'm not worried about that. So let's check it with a full magazine, make sure it functions correctly, and then we will go ahead and run some drills. Come out of the holster. All right, like that. So I feel pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and run some drills.